Are you planning your first trip to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando? Don't worry, we've got you covered. This video is going to go over all the basics and walk you through everything you need to know before you go so you're fully prepared. From haunted houses and scare zones to tickets, rides, and strategies, we've got you covered for Halloween Horror Nights. There are Halloween Horror Nights events at both Orlando and Los Angeles, but this guide will focus on the Orlando event. Halloween Horror Nights, or HHN for short, is a separately ticketed event that takes place after the regular park closes. It usually runs from 6 in the evening until 2 in the morning, and during that time, Universal Studios Florida is completely transformed with haunted houses, scare zones, live shows, and spooky food and drinks. The theming changes year to year, with new houses and scare zones built around both original stories and big-name horror franchises. So no 2 years ever feel the same. It's not just about the houses either. A handful of rides stay open during HHN, including favorites like Transformers, Revenge of the Mummy, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, and Men in Black: Alien Attack. There are also 2 live shows each year. Nightmare Fuel is a high-energy performance with fire, acrobatics, and dancers. And it typically has 4 showtimes throughout the night and is located in the back of the park near Men in Black: Alien Attack. The other show is the Lagoon Show. It also usually runs 4 times a night, and while you can see it from anywhere around the lagoon, the best views are from Central Park viewing area across from Mel's Die-In. One thing that can get a little confusing for first-timers is the difference between a haunted house and a scare zone. Each year, Halloween Horror Nights features 10 haunted houses. These are highly themed, indoor walk-through mazes filled with elaborate sets, special effects, and scare actors who jump out when you least expect it. The most popular houses are usually located toward the front of the park, and those tend to have the longest lines throughout the night. There are also 5 scare zones scattered all around the park. Unlike houses, scare zones don't have a wait time. They're open walk-through experiences. Each one has its own theme, unique set pieces, and roaming actors who interact with you right on the streets. You will pass through them naturally as you move around the park, and they're a huge part of what makes Halloween Horror Nights so much fun. Along with the scare actors, you'll also find small shows and performances happening in the scare zone, which add even more energy and atmosphere. For the best experience, save the scare zones for after dark. Once the sun goes down and the fog machines kick in, the atmosphere becomes way more immersive and the scares hit harder. One of the biggest questions first-timers ask is whether it's possible to see all 10 houses in one single night without buying an express pass. And the honest answer is that it's doable, but a little difficult. Lines for the most popular houses often stay over an hour all night long and can even reach well over 2 hours. If you spend too much time in line waiting, you'll quickly run out of hours before you run out of houses. That said, with a solid strategy, you can get through most of them on a regular ticket. Starting in the back of the park and working your way forward makes a big difference. But even if you manage to complete all 10 houses, you probably will have to skip the shows and rush through the scare zones. When we went on a Thursday night with regular passes, we managed to do 9 out of the 10 houses, but we also slowed down to enjoy the scare zones, walk through the tribute store, and even took a short pizza fries break. If we had really pushed ourselves, we probably could have hit all 10, but honestly, we were happy with what we accomplished that night. If doing every single house is your top priority though, your best bet is to either purchase Express, purchase a Scream early ticket, or plan to attend multiple nights. That way, you're not rushing and you'll actually have time to soak in the atmosphere along the way. Now, let's talk about the different ticket add-ons because these can completely change your Halloween Horror Nights experience. The first option is called Scream Early. In the past, this meant that you were held in designated waiting areas until the event began. But in 2025, the program has changed significantly. Instead of being stuck in holding zones, guests with Scream Early tickets can now pick up a wristband starting at 3 p.m. Once you have your wristband, you're free to roam the park. You can ride attractions, shop, eat, or or just explore while you wait. Then, beginning at 4 p.m., select haunted house queues open early, giving you a chance to knock out a couple of houses before the main gates open at 6. This new free roam model is a huge upgrade because it eliminates the crowding and holding zones and gives you a real head start on the night. If you use Scream Early wisely, you can usually get through 1, 2, or even 3 houses before the event officially begins, and that makes a big difference later in the night. Next is the Express Pass. This is the most popular add-on because it allows you to skip the regular line at each haunted house once per night, and it also works on select rides. Express Pass is pricey, but if you only have one night at Halloween Horror Nights, it's the best way to make sure that you see every single house. With Express, most guests are able to get through all 10 houses and still have time to enjoy the scary zones, the shows, and grab some food. From our own experience last year, we combined Scream Early with the Express Passes, and it was the smoothest Halloween Horror Nights experience we've ever had. We managed to do all 10 houses, grab something to eat, revisit both Ghostbusters and Insidious at the end of the night, watch the Nightmare Fuel show, explore every scare zone, check out the tribute store, and still had time left before the end of the night. Finally, there are the RIP tours. These are guided tours that take you through the houses with front-of-line access. You can book a group tour or splurge on a private VIP tour. With an RIP tour, you don't have to worry about strategy at all. You'll see every house, catch multiple shows, enjoy the scare zones, and still have time for food. It's by far the easiest way to experience everything in one night, but it's also the most expensive option. So here's the bottom line. With no add-ons, you'll probably get through most of the houses, but not all of them, unless you're willing to skip shows and rush through the scare zones. With Scream Early, you'll add on 1 to 3 houses to your night and have a much better shot at hitting the majority. With the Express Pass, you can realistically do all 10 houses in a single night and still have time for extras. And with the RAP tour, you'll absolutely do it all with no stress whatsoever. And here's one last tip. Even without add-ons, breaking your visit into multiple nights can make a huge difference. It spreads out the houses, gives you more time to enjoy the scare zones and food, and it makes the whole event feel less rushed. Even though the haunted houses and scare zones are the main draw of Halloween Horror Nights, a handful of rides also stay open during the event. These usually include Transformers, Revenge of the Mummy, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, and Men in Black Alien Attack. Lines for these rides are typically shorter during Halloween Horror Nights, so if you want to squeeze them in, it's a great opportunity. In recent years, Universal has also added a special Death Eaters encounter in Diagon Alley. It's a fun, spooky Harry Potter twist to the night and makes it worth exploring the Wizarding World during Halloween Horror Nights. Now for 2025 are 2 extra street experiences. The first is Mel's Die-In Zombies, where a hungry horde of zombie car hops have taken over Mel's Die-In. And the second is Club Horror, an all-night street party where the music is bumping, the vibe is electric, and everyone's dying to get in. This year, there is also an interactive Feel the Fear Medallion quest, which you can play through the app. This is a digital scavenger hunt where you can search for horror-themed medallions throughout the park. And if you find all the medallions, you can take a piece of the horror home with you. We didn't get a chance to try this, but it does sound fun. And if you've had a chance to try it out while you were there, drop a comment and let me know how you liked it. Now that you know the basics of Halloween Horror Nights, let's go over some of the best tips to help you get the most out of your night. These are the things that can make or break your experience, especially if it's your first time. First things first, wear comfortable shoes. You'll be walking and standing for hours, and this is not the night to break in a new pair. Also, you'll want to stay hydrated by bringing a refillable water bottle. You can fill up for free at any of the Coca-Cola Freestyle machines throughout the night. If you want anything besides water though, you'll need to purchase a souvenir refillable cup. Also, be prepared for rain. This is Florida after all. From our own experience, it has rained on us every single year we've gone, except for this year. And a poncho or small umbrella can really save your night, and honestly, it's better to bring one and not need it than be caught in a downpour unprepared. Backpacks are allowed, but keep in mind that they'll be checked at security. You'll be carrying them all evening, and you'll need to use a locker if you do plan on riding anything. So my advice is to pack light. And one more thing, costumes and masks are not allowed inside the event. When it comes to strategy, we personally like to start in the back of the park and work our way forward. The most popular houses are located near the front, and their lines tend to stay long all night long. Make sure to utilize the Universal app. We like to add all of the houses and shows that we plan to do in our favorites and unfavorite them as we go. That way, we can quickly see the wait times for only the houses that we haven't done yet. Don't waste time chasing short wait times across the park either. By the time you get there, that line will probably have jumped up. Stick to your plan and you'll get more done. Scare zones are best enjoyed after dark. Once the fog machines kick in, the atmosphere completely changes and the scares feel way more intense. And if you're trying to maximize the houses, remember that wait times usually drop dramatically in the last hour of the event. You can often fit 2 or even 3 houses in before closing. Part of the fun at Halloween Horror Nights is the themed food and drinks. Each year, the menu is inspired by that year's houses, so there's new options every year. One of the most iconic returning snacks is the pizza fries. They're becoming a fan favorite and are there every year, making them the perfect quick break in the middle of the chaos. If you're into shopping, also make sure to check out the Tribute Store. It's open during the day so that you can explore it earlier without the nighttime crowds. As for event merchandise, buy it on your way out so you're not having to carry it all throughout the night. Parking is free after midnight, which is helpful if you're arriving late. And annual pass holders also get perks. Premier pass holders receive 1 complimentary Halloween Horror Nights ticket, and all pass holders can take advantage of discounted tickets, exclusive menu items, and discounts on food, drinks, and merchandise. There's no official age restriction for Halloween Horror Nights, but it's not recommended for kids under the age of 13. The event can be intense, and certain shows like Nightmare Fuel can be a little risque. If you found any of this information helpful, I would love it if you would hit the like button and subscribe if you would like to see more theme park guides like this one. And leave a comment and let me know what you're most excited about for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. Until next time.